I'm here at the Mill Creek watershed, the dam for O'Brien Lake. It's not at O'Brien Lake, it's at Stats Mill. This is Tug Fork. That's one of the early ones that they put in the county, I think in 1983. Don't know if somebody shot through that or what. I normally, when I was on my dual sports, I'd drive down over the hill. You can drive all the way to the water, but you can't do it on this. I'm on the 2006 today. Just kind of a little bit of time, kind of give an update on my battery situation. It ended up being my, the ground terminal was broke on my battery. It wasn't just, there wasn't anything wrong with the cable or the terminals on the cable. It was the lead part on top of my battery. There's somebody up here. It's a Saturday. There's a Jeep parked up there. Well, there are two vehicles. I just seen one of them when I come up here. Well, anyways, the guy had told me this had a new battery in it. Relatively new when I got it. And I believe him. It looked clean. I forget what the brand name is. But the way you change batteries in this model of them, my 2002 is a little different. You got to unhook the ground strap from down there the motor. There's a stud on the motor where the ground strap, the ground cable hooks to it. And I figure he's tried to circumvent that process somehow and let it hang from the cable while he's hooking the other terminal up or something. I don't know what he did. But anyways, it was broke. But I think I've got a permanent repair on it. A lot of people might frown on the repair. But I ground what was left of that box type terminal, that lead section off of this, so it was just flat on top of the battery. I drilled about a 3/16 hole, probably about 5/8 of an inch deep in it. And I found some kind of screw, real coarse, like a lag bolt. And it was probably 3/4 of an inch long, but I ground the point off of it. I didn't drill completely through the lead into the acid. It's about as big a screw as you could have got through the battery terminal on the cable. Anyways, I snugged it up, and it snugged up good and tight. I snugged up every bit as tight as you would normally snug just the regular battery terminals on these. So I guess it's taken care of. Got 78 miles on my gas. Might get gas before I go home. I'd easily have enough to make it home. But sometimes when you want to go on a fairly long ride, which ain't going to be today, you don't want to waste time going with getting gas or going back out of your direction you wanted to go to get gas. Here you can see a lot of yellow turning in the trees now. To me, it seemed like the daylight hours all of a sudden just got short. Didn't seem to be as gradual as what you would have thought. I guess since I'm on a pretty slow road, I'll go ahead and tell my off-color joke, shall we say. There's these two buddies. They've never been to the beach before. They're roommates in college. They both looked about the same. I mean, just average-looking guys. And on spring break, they decided to go to the beach. And one of them name was George. One of them name was Freddie. Well, anyways, all the girls on the beach kept kind of gravitating towards George and ignoring Freddie. Couldn't figure out what it was. So anyways, that evening when they got back to the hotel room, Freddie was like, George, how come them girls just hang around you so much? He said, well, I let you in on my secret, but if I tell you, I want you to go down the beach, get away from me so you don't ruin my luck. So you don't take any of the women from me. Freddie agrees, and George says, well, here's the secret, don't tell anybody, but what I do, I get me a good-sized sweet potato, and I put down my swimming trunks. And he said the girls just flocked to me then. And so anyways, Freddie thinks, well, that's a good idea. He goes down there to the store and buys him a sweet potato. And so the next day, they head back to the beach. George goes one way, Freddie goes the other way. They meet each other back at the hotel room. And Freddie was madder than a wet hen. He thought George had played some kind of cruel joke on him. And he jumped his ass first thing when he come in the door. He's like, I hope you had a good laugh at my expense. He said all the girls was either looking at me with a disgusted look on their face, and he said some of them was even pointing at me and laughing. And George was like, I'm sorry about that, Freddie. I told you to do the same thing I do. Stick a sweet potato down the front of your swimming trunks. And Freddie was like, well, George, you didn't tell me the front. That was the end of it. I mean, I assume everybody got it. Freddie had put the sweet potato down the back of his swimming trunks. That joke's hard for me to tell and get a good delivery on it. Some people can tell jokes better than others, be the same joke. I think I'll pull off at Salt Hill Church and stop this video and head in town, get me a tank of gas. By the time I get back to town, it'll have probably 84 miles on it. It's got 81 something now. This here is the old Salt Hill Church. And I thank everybody for watching.